Okay, here we go. Ow. Ignore that. Okay, this should be the last of the 3 test videos I'm gonna do. I think recording the audio on the same computer would probably be better, considering. If you hear any like spikes or feedbacks, it's my old desktop. It's just it sucks on audio. I think it needs a new sound card, but whatever. As usual, I want to welcome you back for Jared Draws Stuff. Yeah, watching myself write kind of sucks. So immediately I can tell the quick drawback of doing post commentary is that I had to watch the video again. Aside from a time constraint, it's been so long since I recorded the video, I forgot what I was doing in it. Oh yeah. So like most drawings, I pretty much just start off with a weird crude shape of whatever I'm doing. I would tell you what it is right now, but like I said in the last video, I'm just gonna wait until you guys figured it out till the end of the video. If you skip to the end of the video and figure out ahead of time, why did you ruin it for yourself? You know, you could have waited, you could have watched, you know, you could have experienced something with me, but no, you decided to jump ahead. What the fuck, man? So disappointing in you. So anyways, moving on. Yeah, so like when you first start off drawing, or when I first started drawing, I just drew stick figures like most people. Then I graduated to block figures, people, like blocky people, sort of like Lego people. And then I moved on to round people, but everything looked misshapen. Then for like the longest time, I just started drawing cartoons I like. I guess I still do that. I still do fan art. Fan art is okay, especially if you like do something interesting. Like what did I saw? I saw like a guy doing fan art of some. Oh yeah, it was Pokemon. They were doing fan art of Pokemon, of realistic Pokemon, and there was one with like alternate colors. The big thing I like about fan art, so especially in Pokemon, is the fusions. Have you ever seen those, like the fusion Pokemon? I always wonder why Pokemon haven't tried to do that. Then I realized they have more than like 1,000 Pokemon by now, so it's hard to keep track of that. Plus, if they confuse with any of them, it's just a clusterfuck. So yeah, right now I got the basic shape. If you can't figure it out, that's a dinosaur on top of a tank. Yeah, I'm going prehistoric on this bitch. Right now I'm trying to get my basic shapes, like I said earlier. If you ever want to like figure out how things are constructed, I suggest playing with clay or Play-Doh. You know, you make a ball, that's the head, and then the torso, which is like a T shape. It basically helps your brain around the process of like, I'm gonna build this out of shapes. So when you go to like an art class or whatever, they tell you just use basic shapes. That's what they mean, you know. Yeah. Right now I realize that I don't really have much to talk about during these videos, so most likely in the future I'm gonna cut them down or have someone else like talk while I draw something. As for the head, we're trying to get together, but our work schedules, you know, suck. Well, not suck as in we don't have work. It's suck as in we always seem to not have someone available, or like everyone's working on a certain day or not working on different days. It's ridiculous. Man, you guys seen the new Jurassic Park, the remake? I think it's a remake. It's not a remake. It's like a continuation. the one with what's his name from the first one. Well, he wasn't for the first one, was he? It was like the second one. Then they had the love story, which is stupid because, you know, whatever. My point is that the only reason I like that movie in particular is because of that Blue Raptor. I call him the what was it called? He was a wrestler. God damn it, I forgot his name. John Cena, that's it. Why did that take me so long? So yeah, I call him the John Cena of the dinosaur world because he kept popping up and attacking people with his feet. And every time he popped up, his theme song would pop in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Dinosaurs do. I had to fix that, otherwise they're gonna monetize my videos, which is stupid. I spend like 20 minutes re-editing certain videos because, especially the Let's Play videos, because they the owners of the music, which, you know, I get, you know, they have like a property they're trying to defend or whatever, tag their videos, right? They're saying that that's not ours. I'm like, well, we don't monetize these videos, and apparently they can. So for like the longest time, a bunch of Let's Play videos had like commercials on them. I didn't know why, but yeah, they were on there. And then when I figured out what was going on, I had to edit a bunch of videos. I got it down all the way down to one, which is like a Super Mario like Let's Play, which is being claimed by, well, Nintendo, saying that we're using their intro, which is true, but we're doing a Let's Play of it. I call it Let's Play, it's just fooling around playing on video games. It's I mean, it's in the video. I can't like edit the audio out because they're claiming the entire intro to it, which, you know, technically they do own it, but I mean, now I had to put something over the intro, and I think if I re-upload it, they're just gonna find something else wrong with it. Aside from that, yeah, all the videos shouldn't have any commercials on them. If you find commercials, like I said, comment in the bottom, tell me, so I can figure out what's going on. Because we don't monetize any of the videos, specifically so I wouldn't have any goddamn commercials on them. That's because I hate fucking commercials, alright? So yeah, right now I'm gonna go back to the drawing for a sec. Right now, as you can tell, I went up a pencil, or went up a shade. I'm using like basic like drawing pencils. They like your normal ones, the HB and the 2B. Your 2B is like what it's like a number 2 pencil, which is your standard like graphite pencil. Right now I think I'm up to a 2B, and as you notice, I'm darkening out the outline of the image, so I get a better image of what's going on rather than the blocky image. I started off with the 2B just to pencil out my basic shapes for my skeleton, as you will, of the drawing. So right now I'm just darkening some lines so I can see what I'm doing. Later I'm gonna add a bit shading. I'm gonna go up the pencil to make it even darker, go back down a shade to add in shading so it looks three-dimensional, you know, like it has some depth to it rather than just, you know, a line drawing. So yeah, interesting thing, if you ever played Saints Row, you know that the one song by what's his name? Damn it. I just suck on names today. He married the Kardashian. Damn it. Northwest was his kid. It's gonna hit me later, I know it, and I'm gonna be pissed that I can't remember his name. You know, quite honestly, I like him. He's a hell of a, you know, musician or music person. I don't know. I can't words today. So yeah, the one song, Power, or Kanye West. That's it. That's what I tell you. He's gonna hit me later. So Kanye West had the one song Power, which was in the Saints Row 3, I think. So that was marked as monetized by, well, Kanye, or his production company or whatever does it. So instead of like saying that, oh, we're gonna monetize this, apparently the video was just muted. So if you ever got to that video, it was just, there was no sound to it. You can play the video, you just can't hear anything off of it. And apparently had the most views for some reason. I don't know why. So I did some editing, and then I took the song out. Hopefully the audio should be there, right? It's crappy audio either way, but so you can hear it. As soon as I did that, re-uploaded it, 5 seconds later the video comes back on the list of like what do you call it? Monetized videos, or like monetized claims. I don't know what it's called. People who are better with YouTube can comment at the bottom, tell me what how I'm fucking that up. For like sound bites in the background. I'm like, shit. I had to edit that video like 4 fucking times. It was ridiculous. As you notice right now, I'm adding details to like the teeth, the mouth, like to the tank. It's got wheels, and now it's got a nostril. I started adding like a little head indentation. Right now I'm adding a hat because I feel like he's not army enough on this tank. He needs a hat. I don't know why tiny hats, but I like tiny hats on large animals. They look amazing. Look at that, it's adorable. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so when you start a drawing, you don't necessarily need to know what you're drawing. You can just go at it and then work your way through the drawing as you're drawing. You know, as you notice, I think it was the last video when I was doing the Street Fighter on the ball. I forgot to add his ability to drain life by touch, and then I realized, how am I gonna show that? And I'm already too deep into the drawing, so I'm like, hey, you know what? He's a Pokemon. It's an attack. Leech Life. There it goes. So right now, in case you haven't figured it out, I'm writing up the prompt to my drawing right now. Is a T-Rex driving a tank with tiny T-Rex arms. Why he has 2 of them? Okay, so like I said before in the other videos, that these drawings are for a video that won't come out until later. It's gonna make sense once that video comes out, but in the meantime, I'm gonna show you the little cool stuff I'm doing in the in between. During the video, when this first came up, I thought it was just the ability to have tiny T-Rex arms was stupid for a T-Rex because he already had tiny T-Rex arms. Later during the video, I realized that it was an additional pair of T-Rex arms, so he was a spider T-Rex, sort of. I mean, spider has like 8 arms, legs. Well, he's got 2 legs. It is more of an ant. So this went from a chicken to an insect. So wrap your head around that. If you notice, I ever so often will stop drawing or put something down. That's because I'm looking at my laptop as I'm recording this and playing. I play podcasts or music while I draw because it helps me to focus or not focus. It helps me to keep myself from going insane. Because if I sit in a dark room, I just go nuts. If you notice that me talking to myself is just insane, because I know what I want to say, and then it's just me just arguing with myself, and no one wants to hear that, honestly. So I believe I went up another shade. If you notice, the line is getting darker, so I'm darkening out my outlines, making sure this is what I want. You know, it's weird because if you do this too much, you tend to carve a groove into the paper, especially with drawing paper. But this is like think it's regular printer paper. Like I said, it doesn't matter what medium you use, just that you're doing something, right? I'm all for it. Like, it just gets started. You don't have to know what you're doing. Just jump right in. You'll figure it out on the way. So yeah, if you work the paper too much, you're gonna make a groove into paper. So when you do your outline, you want to stick to 2 or 3 passes with the pencil. Otherwise, when you erase the line, you're gonna still be able to see it. The great thing about moving to digital, like people are drawing on their computers and stuff, is that that doesn't matter. You don't have to think about that. It's that you could just delete the line and then go it, or select the line and move it over. That's one thing I like about digital. If you notice, I'm adjusting the camera, or I'm trying to, because I clamped it to my desk, so I'm like slightly nudging it or something. And I picked up another eraser. Like I said, I buy all my tools and stuff from like dollar stores. So I have a bunch of stuff. Not all of it works. So like I say, try different things. I'm probably changing the music again. Music helps when you're drawing stuff. Especially music you like. I don't recommend YouTube for music, because then you're just watching the video and you're not doing what you want to do here, which is drawing. As you notice, I'm going over with the eraser, erasing. I almost said deleting. Erasing like the square lines I have as a skeleton. I don't need them anymore. They were just there to like help me make the shapes. Basically the clay. Drawing has many layers. On digital, you can actually have a layer of your like square drawings and then draw over that. So that's interesting. So in case you haven't figured out, I lived in the age before computers, before it became popular, before everyone had one in their pocket. So I'm used to doing everything with pen and paper. So it's an interesting watching the world like grow up with new technology, and watching the world like coming out with new forms of art, because of said technology. With that said, I fucking hate technology. It's gone repetitive and stupid. I'm just speaking with like how do I explain this? So most people have grown up with or most kids have grown up with a smartphone and they know how to use it. I did not. I grew up with a regular flip phone, and I didn't get that until high school, which is, I'm not even gonna tell you, I don't care. I'm old and I don't care. So, transitioning to a touch phone, it's hard and annoying, and I have big clammy hands. Like I said, I'm a working man. I grab everything and then twist it. Unfortunately, if you do that to a touchscreen, you fuck up whatever apps or programming it has. So I have a fucked up phone. So yeah, I miss buttons on phones. Right now, if you notice, I'm doing a little bit of shading. I think I'm done with most of the details, so I'm just adding in a layer of like shading so you can see that it's not just a flat image, it's a 3-dimensional image, Shading is hard to do, mainly because if you don't know where your light source is coming from, and on top of that, if it's like this weird creature that don't really know how it would stand or position itself, it's hard to figure out where your light will reflect or show or not show. So I went with like whatever it's like cast underneath it, that's the shadow, so let's do that. I'm sure there's better techniques, but I go with this because it's simpler, and I like to keep things simple, in case you haven't noticed. I really like that hat. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that hat. I gave it the lizard ear. You know, it's just like an indentation, because when lizards go underwater, or like water, I guess water lizard, their ears are like closed. They're like waterproof, so it doesn't get in there, which is interesting. Yeah, so I mentioned like before that I drew all sorts of stuff, starting off with like stick figures and whatnot. One of the things I like to draw were dinosaurs. I don't know why. I think it's just a typical male thing. It's just a giant fucking lizard, man. Come on, look at that thing. It's badass. And like most kids, I always wanted a pet lizard. Realized I would have to feed my cats to it in order to keep it alive, then the neighbor's cats, and so forth and so forth. When you think about like the realistic things of taking care of like giant ass creatures, is scary as a fuck, you know. I think that's why that Jurassic World, or the original one, was so fascinating to people, is because you get an actual glimpse of how this A would be possible, and B would affect us, because you know, bringing back such a like massive creature would pretty much destroy us as, you know, as people, you know. But that's what I like about science, is like, yeah, just do shit and then figure out the consequences later, you know. But that said, it's probably a black hole opening up somewhere and destroying the universe, but whatever. If you notice, like, I deleted like a little deleted. There I go again. I erased like a line, and if you focus in, you could probably see the grooves I was talking about. It's like you see it in the paper. The great thing is that once I scan this into the computer, it's like I can just ignore that. I can just continue on my drawing and just start it off with a new layer, draw over it. So yeah, like if you haven't figured out, being an artist is just you doing repetitive work over and over again. So if you want to learn how to do something, you have to practice it. Like I said, it's a skill. You can pick it up, you can learn it, as long as you keep going at it, making yourself better. You can't make yourself better if you don't try and continue to try. That's why I say get up and try again, whatever. I just really want to be doing something. So I think this is gonna be the last post commentary video I'm gonna do, because I find myself rambling, although I'm able to coherently speak better, which is stupid because I started off with this video not knowing people's names. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with recording the audio at the same time as the video. If you notice, I'm shading in more. It got darker. That means I went up a shade, went up a number. So I got, it should be a 6B, or no, a 4B. 6B I did with the outline. So I made it darker. I think this is as dark as it's gonna get. So I got a new camera, so I might do one more test video, or just jump into it as like this is Jared Draws, the first episode. Like I said, I don't know how long it's gonna be, because it depends on the drawing itself. I might set a timer and just cut it off and then continue the drawing on the next episode, but I would actually like to show the finished work. So but that's not gonna be for a while. In case you haven't noticed, the upload dates and times, it's just been random. It's because I do it whenever either I finish or remember to upload. So we have no set schedule, like I said in the beginning. Unfortunately, that means that like our fans are not gonna know exactly when a new video comes up, so they can't like wait for it. As to our fans that stuck around, thanks for sticking around. I realize that there's huge gaps in our videos uploads, and that's because like I said, we're doing this for free. This is just, us fooling around. Thanks for watching though. Thanks for being our fan and sticking with us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the views and likes, and I wish there were more comments, because I would like to read more comments. I want to do an episode of us reading comments in a video, sort of like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or I guess the Game Grumps. In case you're wondering, yes, I do watch YouTube, so it's sort of like a self-hating thing. I think I'm changing some music or audio in this right now. I'm not sure. I'm going back to the drawing. Yeah, I'm going back to the drawing. Realized I forgot to shade in the tank. Very important. Details when you're doing the drawing. Yeah, make sure everything's casting the same shadow. That should be under the tank, but the light source coming in from different directions, so you should be able to see a highlight from there. Whatever. What else I haven't mentioned? So yeah, our schedules are just been crap. We're trying to get together to record season 3 of the head of the podcast. But like I said, our schedules are crap, so it's been hard. I don't know as to the upload times how that's gonna work out, but we'll get them to you as soon as it's done. So yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, we do have a DeviantArt. I think I've only posted a couple things, but once I start doing more of this, I'm gonna start uploading like the drawings from this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wait until after this video or after the one video that this corresponds with. Like I said, all these drawings are gonna make sense once you watch that video. I'm gonna link it to these videos, so you would, if you're wondering, yeah, there should be a link once that video comes up. But in the meantime, you're gonna have to wait. So yeah, have you noticed that tanks should have gears and whatnot, but since you're looking at a distance, you can't really see it, so you get small details of it, and hiding stuff in shadows helps a lot in like drawings, I always found. So you don't need to know how machinery works, just have like a basic idea. That always helps. You don't need to be a rocket scientist, I do like machinery though, so like I said, I have a job in an auto parts store, so I learned a lot of stuff, but my knowledge of technology is still very basic. But I like it. I like the way it looks. I'm hoping for giant robots, so I like giant robots. Supposedly they're making a new movie of Pacific Rim, so I can't wait for that. I want to see that. I know the storyline is crap, but all I really want to see is giant robots fighting. Man, come on. Wapa, wapa. I might do a video of just giant monsters fighting each other. That'd be amazing. Yeah, so right now I'm just doing a bit of shading, adding stuff in. I left my sharpener on the side of the screen. Just ignore that, it's fine. In case you're wondering, I'm a messy person, so I tend to leave stuff just lying about. Putting some shading in the little hill that's on top of. If you're in a tank, you want to be on top of the hill. You get the best position to fire your damn rockets. Pew, pew. So yeah, I figured I'd put him up on the hill. He's got the best tactical position. So yeah, if you wanna show me your work, just tag it in the comments or send it to the head's Twitter or DeviantArt or whatever. We have all sorts of like ways to contacting us. Comment, tell us what you like about it, don't tell us what you like about it. Just jump in. Just like art, it's a skill. You gotta keep at it to work on it. So I think that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hold on. I'm gonna wait for myself from the past to write this out. There you go. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're wondering, yes, I forgot to. This is the first video, so I forgot how to spell subscribe, so I just abbreviated it. That's why it's all abbreviated. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.